me see.
Oh, look, there I am. I'm appearing. Let
Wonderful. Let's see.
me refresh the YouTube page. Yeah, there we go. Here we are. Okay, awesome. Let me go on the chat part of it so that I'm not double right now.
Okay, there
Oh,
we go.
there I am.
Let me make things
What
see.
is this?
Yay! Huh? They should be okay. You got a blanket? Okay. Well, we're live right now.
I'm trying to find the chat thing. Oh, it's at the side. Okay.
Okay. Hey, y'all. It's Day. I'm here also with Dave.
What's up, guys? What's up? Oh my god.
I'm so excited. Like, thank you so much for doing this live with me. I'm so excited. I really appreciate it. Like, you guys, y'all don't understand. If y'all never heard of Tisha Ray
Oh
before,
my gosh.
I want to stay tuned. We're going to have
Why?
a wonderful conversation. So I'm so excited. Let me see. Is anybody in the chat yet? Let me see. I see
Oh my
treat
god.
people, but I don't know
Okay,
if.
I'm saying what's up, guys.
Hey, all right. So
hmm
let's see. We're just gonna go ahead and start with the questions. If you are, getting in later on, you can always watch the playback.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So what I was sharing with Tisha is that I really appreciate our relationship that is so unique. And I say
hmm
that it's unique, but I feel that it's sad that it's so unique. But nonetheless, I do appreciate, and I think that we should experience this a lot more. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, because sometimes certain people with like freeform locks and then certain people with sister locks, because they're on two completely extreme sides of the lock spectrum, we kind
hmm
of, because the journey is not our own or the journey that we chose for our lock preference, we kind of look at other lock journeys like as less than or different
Separate.
or just simply cannot relate. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate
Separate
about
locks.
our relationship that
Mm.
Tisha is always like, we've been like social media BFFs for
For
like
real.
6 months now. I feel like.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like in my head, I'm like, we've already been out. We've gone out to lunch. In reality, it's not really what happened. But like, I'm like, yeah, like, I know, Dave. We've been out to lunch together. What you mean? Hung out with her the other day.
Yes, like really. So what I appreciate about it is we always call each other our lock crutches, even though we
Yeah,
are have completely different
completely
locks.
different looks. Yeah.
So we're just going to talk a little bit about appreciation for both of them and just
hmm
remembering that even if somebody's doing something completely different from you, as far as you can apply it to so many different things in life, like your own personal life journey, your personal hair journey, you can always learn something from someone. And if
Mm.
nothing else, I definitely just admire the journey and the process as far as what she's taken and why she's
Oh,
taken it. So
yeah.
we're definitely going to explore more
Oh
of
yeah.
that. Like, I really want to know, like,
I'm getting ready to bare my soul. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Sip some water.
Just a little bit parched.
Mm.
Okay, so I have a set of questions, for Tisha the
Okay.
Brave that we're
I'm
just gonna
prepared.
go through. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
god.
it's gonna start off, a little bit, generic, and then we're gonna get deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm
All
ready
right.
for some deepness this Sunday. Okay. All
All
right.
right. So the first question that I have for you is,
Uh-huh.
what was your first impressions of Sister Locks? And were Sister Locks the first time that you seen it on my hair, or have you seen it
Mm.
before, like you were aware of it?
I've always thought Sister Lots were really beautiful. I just felt like I could personally, I feel like I have too much of a wide face to pull it off. Um, so I was just like, I don't think I could ever go there. But I always thought they were beautiful. I always, I've seen other people with sister locks, but before like I really started talking to you, I never knew they had a like a name or a genre or their own specific category. I used to just think they were just locks. I didn't know that they, because you freeform locks, semi-freeform locks, conventional locks. I didn't know sister locks had their own category. I just really thought they were just thin locks. I just didn't know they had their own thing, even their own method. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that you had to do like rotations and all of these things. I had no idea about this world until I would say like really recently, especially with you becoming your friend, and then like looking at some of your videos. I was like, this is really interesting, because I didn't know that this was a way, like the method and everything,
Right.
to start locks. So it was very interesting to look at.
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what the initial question was.
I was just asking, like, have you? So you, it sounds like you were already aware of them, but you just didn't know it was
I
that
didn't
deep.
know the
Like,
name or
you
what
just
it.
thought they were,
Yeah,
yeah. You
yeah,
didn't know about
yeah.
the whole interlocking and that it
Mm.
had its own like certification, its own trademark.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Like you have to have a beautician, like somebody who actually knows how
Yeah.
to take care of sister locks. It's not like retwist and that's it. It's not
Right.
that simple. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I also wanted to ask you, was when you decided to lock your hair,
Mhm.
did you consider any other types or methods of locking your hair before
Yeah,
reform?
yeah. So initially, it was conventional locks, like how somebody just like palm rolls or like does the coil method. And so what happened was on January 1st, 2017, when I decided to get locks, I actually started off with conventional locks. So it wasn't freeform initially. My cousin did my hair, and like I looked in the mirror and I was like, I don't know, I don't like this parting. I don't like the partings, the way they're going. I don't know. It was a bit too like, I don't know. Anyway, wasn't feeling it. A few days later, I combed that out. I go on YouTube and I'm like, okay, let me see how else people started their locks, right? So I saw this woman, she had like gorgeous locks down to her back, really beautiful. And I wish I knew the name or who it was, but yeah, and she said she just went in like this with a finger. I just coiled her whole head, no partings, no nothing. It was just like her way of doing it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm like, let's try that. So I tried doing that. Like 3 4 months, you could see like some of my looks looking a bit sideways, some looking this way, that way. It was just horrible. It looked like I had a mullet at the back of my head. And I was like, I was rocking this for like 3 months. People ask me like, what is going on with your hair? I remember one of my cousins was just like, what is this? I was just like, okay. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start again. But I realized that this whole thing like was just, I was always just trying to look good. It was always about vanity. It was always this and that and blah blah blah. I saw Taryn Guy and her locks, and Narissa Irving, Narissa Nefer, I think it's Neferti or Neferti. I forget her.
Yes.
I love her locks and they're freeform. As I was looking at them, I was like, look, I could do this. I could just
Yep,
let
I
it
can
go.
do this.
Like, I was like, I just need to let go, because I realized that these women, they just let go and it happened and it was beautiful anyways. I was like,
Wow.
okay, like I need to stop like being so vain and trying to figure out how to get the best. Just let it be. And then when I did that, it was like, bam, that's it. I've chosen
Wow.
the method for my looks. That's it.
That is so inspiring. Also, just because like the second time where you attempted, where you was trying to just finger
Girl.
do it, it's
It
so
was
inspiring
fun.
because you say you rocked it for 4 months. Like you was dedicated. You was
I was
like,
trying, man. I was trying. I was going out like that. I don't know how. I don't know who let me out my house, but
that's what's up though. And I think that's so important that we,
mm,
try different methods and do research and figure out what really works for us.
hmm
And the reason why is because I also, before I decided to get sister locks, and I was like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna get locks. I went and got
Yeah.
coils too, but I just wasn't
Okay.
feeling it. I just wasn't. I was
No.
like,
Nah.
I don't like the parts either.
So what made you initially like decide sister locks is your method? Like that's the one.
Uh-oh, you broke up a little bit. What'd you say?
Oh, okay. I said, what made you decide to get sister locks? Like, what made you say yes, this is my method?
Yeah, so after I did that, like doing the coil method, like my hair was like about here, I think, like just, as a loose natural. And then when I did the
Hmm.
coil method, they shrink and they get really short. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had already big chopped all my hair off after having long hair. And then
Hmm.
when I found out about sister locks, like they kind of elongate your hair. Like you kind of get to keep more of your length.
Length, yeah.
And then I also, the main thing that I was concerned about was the versatility, because I still would like to be able to do any type of style that I wanted. And Sister Lock
Got
seemed
you.
like it gave me that option the most. So,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because even with my freeform lots, it's like it's difficult for me to even wear a hat, bro. It's like I can't wear a cap no more. I have to wear stretchy bean caps. I was like, okay, yeah. Simple things like if you're freeforming, just to let you guys know, is like there may be things that you're so used to with your loose natural hair that you may not be able to do with your freeform lock. So this is a dedication. You need to be okay with that. There'll be things that you may not be able to do. I mean, they're versatile, but there'll be certain things. Yeah.
Right. So, like, have you experienced any like pushback with like just like, because I was considered, after I saw your locks, I was like, I definitely want to I was like, dang, I should have freeform. And I'm like
Oh,
10 months into my sister lock journey, like,
nah.
should I chop this off? Like I admired it, but I
Oh
envisioned if
yeah.
I were to do freeform, it would be like, because one of my dreams is to like live a nomadic lifestyle and just be
Oh yeah.
traveling,
100%.
hopping around and stuff. And I
The
feel like
same.
I would feel more comfortable doing it
Mm,
if I was all the way out of corporate. Because like
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
part time now, so I want to be all the way out
Mm,
of corporate, so I just don't have
mm.
to deal with it. Have you had any certain experiences with like the work life or just social life outside of the people closest to you?
In terms of like professionalism, I've always found a way to do my hair so it's not like, so you can't see like the fuzzy showing. Sometimes I do like a fake retwist. What I mean by that is like I twist it and then when I get home I'm like you know. So I'm just like nah,
Cute.
because because I just like no, conventionally that's what I want to do. I want to still keep it freeform, but yeah. So I fake retwist. So it to me, I'm honestly in the professional place, like it's never been an issue. But in real life day to day stuff, yeah, I've had some. I could give you a perfect example. So around the corner from where I live, there's a supermarket, right? And so I go there sometimes. Security guard, for some reason, is always like he has followed me
What?
twice. There was one time, he's a black guy too, which is like for me, I'm just like, yo, like
Dang.
I really don't know what it is. Like I tell my best friend this every time we go. I'm just like, yo, what he's gonna follow me. And he's done it like twice now. And for me, I'm just like, I'm waiting for the moment to be like, um I mean, how many times do I have to do this? Is this enough for you?
Right.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I remember one time I was buying stuff from the very store and there was self checkouts there. There was self checkout, so like I was doing it and like at that particular store there's a cashier that I'm sorry, you have to get the bags from the cashier once you finish getting it because they put the bags behind there so that people don't like grab bags and go off because you have to pay for bags now. So yeah, like when I did that and I asked somebody for the bag, he literally went to the self checkout to see if I paid for it, and I was like,
What?
dude, this is like 5p, like in case like 5 pence, so like 5 cents, right? That's how much it costs to buy a bag. So like, why are you looking at my self-checkout to see if I bought it? Like it's 5 cents. Are you gonna
Oh,
literally like but yeah, I just gave him a look. I was like, okay, like how many times we gonna do this? I'm a good person. Like really, like I
wow.
just keep yeah, I just keep looking at it like, okay, because I don't want to have confrontation. I don't want to bring attention to myself, or whatever. I'm just like, I don't understand why dude is always doing this to me, but okay. But yeah, it's happened. That I mean, honestly, that's the only person I can really think of. I mean, there were times when I was freeform, like when I was freeforming, like not at the stage where I was now, and people didn't understand or they'd get funny looks or whatever. But yeah, D, I don't think he likes me. I think that's why he follows me. He doesn't like me. He doesn't. So D's like, maybe he likes you. I'm like, nah, girl. It's
Yeah.
the complete opposite.
And you feel like that whole experience was like he was thinking that you were going to steal something solely based off of your lock.
It couldn't be racial. My best friend is there, like, with me. He's a black guy, and he goes sometimes in there. Nothing happens to him. I really do think it's the look of my hair. I don't think there's anything else. I don't see anything else. I don't know if you don't trust women, but it's just like I don't see. I don't know. I don't think it's racial profiling, or it could be, and if it is, that's kind of weird because anybody could do that to him too.
Right, right.
But as far as that's concerned, I mean that's it. He's the only dude, but he doesn't bother me enough. Like I still go there. I'm just like, hello, I'm back.
Hello, I'm back.
I don't care. I haven't confronted him though. I don't care to either. I just go about my day.
You're a strong woman.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm not, but thanks.
I'm done. How you gonna say I'm not? You're like, not really, but thanks. Okay, let me see the next question.
I'm taking mad long to answer these questions. I'm trying not to.
You're good. I'm enjoying it. I think y'all are enjoying it as
Thank
well
you.
in the chat.
Yeah.
So, what made you want to lock your hair just in general? Like before you was just like before you
Okay.
even decided that you was gonna do freeform, like is there any particular reason that made you like this is what I want to do?
Okay, so I have always loved. Oh, my dad is calling me. Hold on. Sorry. I've got to close that.
Answer the phone.
Anyway.
Daddy.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm on live. Sorry.
You're
My
fine.
dad is calling. Sharon, can you go get this phone, please? Sorry, my bad. Oh, am I off the link? Am I still on? Am I still on the link? I am, isn't it? Right?
I'm dying laughing at you right now. Yes, you're still on the link, but it's showing
Oh,
your
man,
face.
I forgot. Whoa, we're back.
Okay, there you go.
Yo, okay, so sorry, my dad's calling me and he's in another country right now. Sorry guys. But yeah, the thing that initially made me want to lock my hair. I mean, I've always loved locks. I've loved it. I've always loved it. And I always said to myself, when I'm older and I have kids and this and that, I am going to lock my hair because I won't have time to do my own hair and like because I've always loved the look of them, and I don't know what it is. About them, but I've always loved them. And after that, it became a thing where I made a whole video about this on my YouTube channel as well. Like at one point I was just sick of having the perfect curls, of
Yeah.
having like, just I wouldn't go outside sometimes if my hair wasn't looking correctly or whatever. I just really didn't like it. So I hated that I just kept myself in this vanity cycle and circle, and then so I just thought, let me just go and get locks. It would just make things easier on me, one, in terms of like always trying to frustrate and do my hair, but also two, I was just like, why not get locks now? Why do I have to wait till a convenient time? So yeah, that's essentially what happened. And then I decided to get locks, and then that freeform thing came later when I was talking about like vanity and all of that. So yeah, that's what happened.
So would you say that right now? Because I feel like you're like goals right now. Like you're at the point in your
Oh
lock
my
journey. You're at
god,
the
I
point in
swear
your
to
lock
God.
journey where you just
Much,
cruising
too
because
much.
you have to go through the whole letting it mature stages, the awkward stages. Now you got some
The
lean.
awkward
You know what I'm
stages
saying?
on
Got some
my
things
way.
on.
That's
So would you say that this journey now is like you cruising, or are you still like do you still have some um like pushbacks, or is it still maturing? Like, what stage are you in?
I'm at the stage now where literally, like, I think I have one or two that are fully formed, and those are the ones that are thinner. The thicker ones at the ends here. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see, I've got little curls at the ends of my locks. So those are still maturing at the very bottom though. But the entire thing is locked up to literally here, and that's literally it for most of my locks. Otherwise, they are all the way formed. Like, otherwise, the ones like they're all the way formed, or they're like this. Yeah, literally it. So yeah, I'm loving this stage though. I mean, there are times when I really wish that they were all formed, but I'm learning to love every bit of the journey. I embrace it also. Yeah.
Wonderful. Is there anything about the freeform locking process that you feel most people actually don't realize about freeforming?
Oh, yeah, I think at the very beginning of Freeform, a lot of people tend to moisturize their hair like with oils and conditioner and things like that. And I went really deep into research, like really deep before I did anything. And yeah, it's like I don't think anybody should over moisturize their hair, especially when they're free-forming, because you want them to be as dry as possible to form. So shampooing is great. Shampooing is fine at the very beginning, but when you feel like they're starting to mature, that's when you can start adding some conditioner. That's when you can start adding some additional oils and things like that. But at the very beginning, don't over moisturize your hair, otherwise you'll just end up with silky curls, and it's like, guys, that's not the point. The point is to dry it out so that it
With the
locks and
silky
mats.
curls.
Yeah. So I think people are asking questions. The saying, did it seem to go by quickly at some point? It really does go quickly, right? Because sometimes I look back at a year ago and I see like my hair, I'm like, whoa, it really did transform. And one thing I would say also, like, if you're doing freeform, if you track month by month, you will literally see a huge difference. You will see a huge difference. Freeform goes so quickly, really does. You like, it will just, time will go by like this, honestly.
Yes, I believe it's also so very important to track your journey, even if you are just taking a picture once a month, because we see
Yeah,
ourselves every day and we feel like we're not growing, but
it's
we really are.
true. But we growing.
Hmm.
mm.
All right, let me see.
Share a personal for me, please. It's like bringing a draft. Thanks.
Okay, so in one of your videos, as I was watching, you
Yeah.
talked about how people will see you with your hairstyle or your
hmm
lifestyle, hair choice, and
hmm
they automatically assume certain things about you. And I thought it was funny just the way that you presented it, when you was talking about how guys will slide into your DM and be like, "Oh, goddess." Yes, like they kind of already have this idea of who you are and what you're about. And
Oh
could you
my
share that
God.
with us? It was so funny.
Let me tell you. Okay, so yeah, I have gotten treated differently by people, and that's the reason why I made that video. Like, of course, I make it comical, whatever, but it's so true. It's so true. Okay, so the guys that used to slide into my DMs versus the guys now. Okay, it's all right. The guys, when I used to have like my loose natural curls, right? It could have been anybody. Anybody could have been chatting to me, any race, any color, anybody. Now that I have locks, right? Oh, I'm only attracting the woke crowd. Like, it's like Empress, Nubian Queen, etc. I'm like, yo, it's like, it's now that I got locks. Apparently I'm woke because I have locks now. Apparently I'm, yeah, right. Apparently I must blaze like 24 hours a day, right? It's just so crazy that everybody assumes that I'm a Rastafarian,
Yeah.
that I'm like some woke person. I'm just like, I'm just a regular schmegular girl. I just have locks, man. It's
And it was
nothing
so
crazy.
funny because he was like, I'm kind of like that, but can you get to know a girl first? You're like,
Kind of, sort of,
kind
kind
of
of,
do
sort
like
of. You know what I mean?
this, but
Right.
you know,
Like I'm low-key, like people say, like I burn sage. I'm like, okay, I burn sage, okay, okay, but like don't assume that I do just because I go lows, okay? Yes, I drink green tea, yes, but don't assume that I do it. You know?
right.
Yes, I burn incense, okay?
Yeah. They're like, oh girl, your meditation must be outside of this world. And you're like, you
Yes,
don't
it
want
is,
to
but
say that you
still.
do because you don't want to assume, but it's true.
Woo!
It's so funny. You're like, I
Oh,
kind of do, but you don't know that.
that's
So,
right.
what lesson could anybody learn from that? Like, because I feel like we do that a lot. Like, we just see people with
Yeah,
certain characteristics or certain
yeah, yeah,
hairstyle
yeah,
or
yeah.
maybe makeup, clothing, and we just
Mhm,
go off the deep end and start
mhm,
assuming things about that. What could we
mhm.
learn from that?
I think initially people should just get to know somebody before. Sorry, I'm dying. I am so dead right now. So that's my sister.
She was like, if I run faster, they won't see me.
No one's gonna see me. Yo, okay. So yeah, one. Okay, be quiet. But yeah. Anyways, Liz. All right. So I think one of the things that we can learn from that is like you should just okay initially I don't mind if people come up to me and be like, yeah, we both have locks, that's kind of cool. I'm okay with you like saying, oh wow, you have locks, oh me too, da, da, da. Have that conversation with me, that's fine. But the rest of it, like, don't assume, just do not think that I am a certain way just because, oh, you're into this, or you must be into this or whatever. Like, so yeah, that's essentially what it is. Like, that's what I think is, that's what we should do. We should just
Explore
ask.
that with them or ask them as you
Yeah.
get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's so important. Good one. All right, let's see. So, this is my personal question, but
Mm-hmm.
like, is there really no such thing as a bad hair day in the free form
Oh
world?
my gosh. I guess I okay, I'm trying to think of the intelligent answer here. Cause and then, like, I mean, the whole point of freeform is that you accept everything as it is, right? You just all the fuzzies, all the everything, like that is, if you're really truly freeforming, you won't touch anything, you know, you won't do anything, 100%. So I think it yeah, I really don't think if you're truly freeforming, then no, there's no such thing as a really bad day, I guess, unless you're
Would you
doing something
say,
corporate and you need to like do that
yeah,
or whatever. But other than that, I think no, not really, there's not really a bad day or a bad time, so yeah.
would you say that it's not necessarily that you can't feel a certain type of way? Like some days, I think no matter what kind of style you have, you feel like, you know, so we all have those days where I feel like I could look better. And so it's not the absence
Yeah,
of you having good or bad days, it's just the fact that you don't let them define you.
I'll be honest, in terms of me getting my locks, I don't think I've ever really necessarily thought about my hair in that sense anymore, because I think before, when I had my loose natural curls, it was always about that. And I think now I'm at this stage where it's like freeform, it is what it is. And I had to get into that mindset. So now,
Yeah.
even if I wake up and I look at my hair, I feel like my hair's done. Like, it's just like, okay, I was always done. Okay, I'm up. That's what it is. Maybe my face, I may have some issues with pimples, all that, but my hair, no, I've never really had that issue. Honestly, that's never been my. I've never thought about my hair that way. So yeah,
That's
that's
beautiful.
interesting of me. I'm learning about myself. It's mad.
So I know you share your hair journey and so many
Right.
other topics that you share on your YouTube channel with us.
Yes.
But for you, when Tisha's just by herself, do you feel like it's not really a big deal anymore? Like you're not, waiting on anything. Like do you just feel like, this is my hair.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily
Mhm.
like I'm waiting for anything to happen to it or
Yeah. No. I mean, there are times when I think the only thing that I think about is like I can't wait till these little things
those
lock
little
up at the
things. Are
end.
they annoying, the little
Um,
curls?
yeah, but I have to learn. The thing about me is that I'm constantly what's the word? I'm constantly trying to reprogram my mindset every time. So whenever I feel a certain way and I know I shouldn't be feeling that way. So for example, with these little things at the end, although I'm like, I want them to hurry up, in my mind, I'm like, no, this is a journey still. You still have that, you're still on a journey.
Yeah.
And it won't be completed. Like, you know, you need to understand that this is always gonna grow. This is always gonna, you know, be something where it's going to have constant change, you know?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so I need to get to grips with that. So, yeah, I'm always continually changing my own mindset to make sure that I'm being positive about the entire experience. So,
Yes, that is so important. Two
mm,
snaps. And I feel like we can apply that
thanks.
to life too, because we're always continuing trying to better
Yes.
ourselves, like just learning that and realizing that it's a process. We always have
Mm-hmm.
these goals, and then once we achieve those goals, we have other goals. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the moment. Like we're never really gonna be there because even when you get to where you originally wanted to be, you should always
Yeah.
have more goals. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
trying to find that balance
For
of
sure, for sure, for sure.
hard and um enjoying the process.
Wait, sorry. Did you say a question? Because I thought you was.
Oh no, no, I was saying like it's kind of like trying to find a balance between enjoying the process and then achieving your goals, but
Oh,
like not
okay.
allowing them to change your mood or like you said, fine tuning your
Yeah,
perspective
yeah.
on it. Like, okay, I need to remember this is a journey. Like
Mm-hmm.
we just want to rush things. But I definitely
Yeah.
admire how much work and the time that you put into your freeform logs. Like that's just such a beautiful journey.
Oh,
And I feel
thank
like
you.
not
Thank
everybody's
you.
willing to go through that, even myself
Woo.
included. But it's such a
Yeah.
beautiful thing when you see it. It's like,
Honestly, I think the hardest part about it was dealing with like family members who didn't understand what was going on, those kinds of things. But for myself, I just knew that I was like, nah, this is for me. This is not for anybody else. So regardless of what anybody was gonna say to me, or regardless of how anybody was gonna feel, I was like, I'm being selfish with my decision. It's not hurting you. It's not, nothing is, you know, um it doesn't really apply to you, you know, it's about me. So whatever I'm doing with my body, it's my choice, and you need to respect that. So
has there
yeah.
been any family members or friends that are closest to you that were kind of, they like expressed that they was a little worried, a little concerned, a little like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if you've seen this before, but there's this tool called the comb. But
Oh yeah,
now that your hair has matured and you
yeah.
know your length has come through, has anybody actually like made like been converted? Not necessarily that they are gonna go and get free forms, but they're like, it actually looks nice. Like I actually appreciate your journey. Have you had any family members or friends that had a change of heart?
I think initially, if I'm honest, I think that my cousins, like, they were just like, oh, you're gonna freeform. And I was like, yeah. They were just like, oh. I mean, as initially, you know, and then like they saw how my hair was maturing, because I'm very close to my family, right? So I would see them near like once a week, right? And so over time, they would look at it and they'll be like, okay, so I see it's budding up. I think cautiously they weren't trying to disrespect me, but I think in their mind they were concerned, you know? And they were just like, okay, what's this girl doing? Like, what? Like, I know she's the crazy one, but still.
You're like,
Yeah.
even
And
for
then,
you, Tisha, this
yeah,
is a
so I
little
had people that
much.
were not, yeah. So I had people that were not so upfront about it. But then I had people who were upfront about it, namely my mother. But I've actually talked about this on my YouTube channel as well. I did an in-depth video about like what my parents thought about my locks. So yeah, I mean, my dad didn't really care as much, but my mom, yeah, she's always kind of been this woman who was always about looks, and always thinking about what other people were thinking as well. So it's kind of like, you know, I come from, like, my mom is the kind of person where I always had to like, you know, do almost impress. Everything was about impression. So yeah. So yeah, that was it. That's, yeah. But other than that, I mean, I'm okay though. Like, I didn't really care in the end. Like, I just did it. No matter what. No
I
matter
can
what.
definitely relate to that. My mom and I are kind of complete opposites as far as
Hmm.
a lot of things, but she has always definitely been more about presentation,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you look appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't consider myself a free spirit, but I'm a free spirit in comparison to the members of my
I
immediate family.
disagree. I feel like you are a free spirit. I've known you. I disagree. I feel like you've got it in you, like even if you don't feel like you're all the way there, like I sense it, I feel it. Like you know, we there.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So like my mom, she's always been also about looks, looking presentable,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I remember in like 2012 when I went to university, I started
Mm-hmm.
a natural hair organization, and it was during the school time. So like summer times from what end of June to middle of August, and
Mm-hmm.
we would have events. We would have so many different things going on. Weekly meetings. And once it was getting to the end of the school year or the semester, my mom was like, "Oh, I'd be glad when this semester's over with so you can do your hair again." And I'm like,
Yeah, no. I got those comments. Oh
"It's
my
like, what you
gosh.
mean?
It's
This is a
it's
lifestyle.
supposed
Like,
to be
I'm
real.
not doing this for show. I'm not about
It
to
feels
straighten my
way
hair
too
because it's
real.
summertime."
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because I remember one time my mom was just like, why don't you just comb your hair? And I didn't even tell her I was freeforming at one point because I was just like, I know she gonna disagree hard. So I was like, I'm not even gonna tell her. I'm just gonna live my life, see how it goes, and see how it goes. But yeah, she's like, comb it. She goes, why haven't you combed your hair? Why are you not combing your hair? And then eventually, I just had to tell her. And then she was like, couldn't like in her mind, she was like, oh my gosh, you could have got it the conventional way at least. But I was like,
At
well, well, I'm just doing me, you know. Oh my god, D was like, oh, she thought you were protective styling. Yes, she did. No, I'm joking. Oh my gosh, you lot are funny.
So like you felt like it would have done like were you just not wanting to have that conversation because you felt like
I was trying to avoid it as long as possible,
if I
as long
put a
as possible.
label
I was
on it
like,
and say that I'm free forming, then it's just gonna be worse.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I had to explain what that was because obviously she didn't know what it was as well. She's like, so what is going on in your head? I'm just like, it's gonna lock. I was like, how? I don't understand. How does that even happen? Like,
Yeah,
what?
PowerPoint.
Uh, yes, hello, this is my presentation. Yeah, exactly. No, that was funny. So I was just like, yeah, she didn't even know what to say. She was like, it's always you, isn't it? It's always you doing the crazy things. I'm like, yes, okay, that's you have to understand that's who your daughter is, okay?
So I also want to ask, has the benefits of freeform or any lessons that you may have learned from this whole freeform process, have you seen or noticed that any of those lessons have creeped into any other aspects of your life?
Yeah, for sure. So, patience being the number one thing. Um, and it's just it wasn't even so much like a lot of people were just like, oh yeah, because when you get freeform lots eventually, like, your hair's going to get messy at one point, especially at the forming stages and stuff like that. But it wasn't even so much about the ugly stage for me. It was more about I just want them to hurry up. Like I just want them, because I didn't care about the stages in between, to be honest. Like I still did my thing regardless, but um it was more about I just want them to get to the point where they look like the way they look now. I just wanted them to be there, you know. But yeah, it wasn't about like now it's yeah. I mean, yeah, that. So I go by this motto where it's like I make peace with the unknown. I didn't know how my hair was gonna turn out. I looked at other people. I saw their locks. My texture is different to everybody. Even though you may have similar textures to somebody, it doesn't mean that your hair is gonna turn out that way. It doesn't mean your freeform locks are gonna come out that way either. So I had to make peace with the fact that my hair is gonna lock, and it's gonna lock in the way that they want to lock. I am not in control of this. The same way I go by that in my life. So my motto is, to make peace with the unknown, with everything. So
She
then that way I just don't have a bad day. Like yeah. Thank
Wow.
you.
You gave us a whole word. She said she made peace with the unknown. That's
Woo.
definitely something that I could try to apply into my life.
Yeah, it's a really good way of just making sure that you have the silver lining always in your mind. No matter what happens today, it's like you make peace with it, no matter what. because if it eats you alive, then you're just gonna be a dead alive person. You know what I mean? It's just wow. You know when you're trying to be intelligent and it just backfired, but
No, I definitely
you're gonna be
understand. It's
dead
like if
inside.
you die, then what's the next thing? We don't know. So there's really
Mm.
no purpose in just, um, stressing yourself out about it. I definitely understand what you was talking about.
Hmm.
I feel that
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
Oh, my bad. I had myself on mute. My bad.
Oh no, it's okay.
So does anybody, if
I'm
anybody has
feeling
any
that.
questions in this chat about sister locks,
I
locks,
want to.
or
Yeah.
freeform locks, definitely leave them down below.
I'll be happy to answer those. What word would you use to describe your locks? I think we should both answer that. Do you want to go?
Ooh, that's a
You
good
go first.
question.
Oh, what would I describe? Oh,
Thanks for
this is
coming in, Straightforward Beauty. I'm so happy you came.
yes.
All of you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. So what word would you use to describe your locks? What word? That's a good question. Oh my gosh. What word? Let me look up this word, this definition real quick before I misuse it.
Okay. I would go with. I'm going with majestic. I'm going it. I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah,
I'll go with majestic.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yes, I
I
would
go with
definitely say your hair is
majestic.
majestic. Your whole,
Um.
your whole, like, your whole being is majestic.
Oh,
Yes.
stop it, girl. I can't. I can't with the compliments. Don't do it. I would say the word majestic only because I just feel like this took a long time, but she here and she popping. So yes. Oh yes, girl. Yes. Somebody asked me where I got my hair jewelry from. I literally got it from the nearest hair store in my area. They sell
Yes.
a pack. Yeah, my sister bought. Sorry, my sister bought it. She's correcting me. My sister, my sister bought a pack from the nearest hair store around. So yeah, that's basically where I bought it from.
Wonderful.
You need to be quiet back there. Thank you.
I'm so happy about that.
So yeah. Oh, Dee says she enjoying the listening to us. Thank you.
Yes. Wonderful. And I got my hair jewelry, this little cowrie shell, I got
Mhm.
on it for prosperity. And I got it on Etsy. Yeah, I got it on Etsy from the owner is or the shop name is Lovable Treasures.
Mhm. That's
And
cute.
but okay, so I looked up the definition to the word that I was gonna use to describe my locks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, one
The
is
word that
one.
the word that I want to use was I would describe my hair as intricate. And the
Okay.
definition for intricate is having many complexly arranged elements, difficult to
Oh.
understand, analyze, or solve, or having many interconnected elements.
Oh, I
Yeah, because
like
I feel
it.
like it takes a lot
Yeah, sister looks are
to
different.
create
Yeah,
them.
it is
And then
very
also
interesting.
once you do decide to go on the journey and as it's maturing, I have a lot of like imperfection in the locks. I have lumps in the locks. I have some of the locks whose
Oh,
like
girl,
the
me too.
hairs, come out of it.
Oh,
And
girl.
as it grows, and my consultant would say as it blooms, it like you just think of your hair
Yeah,
as a flower. Even when you're having a bad hair day, you just like think of it as a flower and understand that it's always continuing to
that's
grow
true.
and
That's true.
process and mature. And
Mhm.
that's exactly how we are in this life. We're always continuing to grow
Mm.
and evolve. So
I love that. I love that. It's like it's an evolution. It's
yes,
a continual process. So
yes.
yeah, they are more complicated. That meets the eye a closer look, and you'd see. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, sister looks are definitely more complicated than everybody I think entails. They're a lot. I was looking at them rotations, like I don't know how you lot sit in the chair for like 5, 6 hours. And people who do it themselves, they are
When I retighten my
ridiculous.
hair, I turn on some Tisha the Brave.
Oh,
Like
girl,
I'll be
stop,
watching binge watching YouTube videos
stop
and
it,
I'm like,
stop
get
it.
it done.
I
That's all.
cannot. A queen, people, ladies and gentlemen, there is a queen in the chat, and it's not me. Thank you. Yes, Dee, ask another question, please. I know you had loads.
Of course. Oh,
We talked previously. Susan says she does her own hair. Queens, all of y'all, queens, and I think there's still a king in the chat. If not, I'm not sure. But yes. What if it takes me a day and a half? Girl, you lot are just stars. I couldn't do it. That's probably why I didn't choose Sister Locs. But yeah, what, if anything, would you do differently in regards to your lot journey? Honestly, started sooner. That is it.
facts.
That
Facts.
is it. Started sooner. That is literally it. I like the way they look. Thank you. Like that's it. I just wish I did it sooner instead of me going through the conventional lot process and then me doing the thing where I committed for like 4 or 5 months. Nah, just I should have done this from the get-go and I would have been great. So yeah.
Wow. Do you have a length goal, Tisha? Do you have a length goal?
Yes, up to my tailbone, and then after that, that's it. That's it. I ain't going past my butt. I ain't going down to the floor. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. No.
Oh my gosh, like when you get to that length, I'm not gonna know what to do. Like,
Girl,
I'm not gonna
stop it.
know. You're gonna be like styling it, doing buns, and just looking so
Yes,
majestic.
I'm trying to be Narissa so bad. If you don't know who Narissa is,
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to be Narissa so bad. I was trying to be her so bad. She's my lot crush. I love her to pieces. Oh my gosh. Obviously, as well, obviously Day is the crush as well. Don't get it twisted, people. Susan says your hair is amazing and it suits you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susan. I'm sure your hair is pretty awesome too. I mean, I can't see it right now, but I'm sure it's amazing. Sure, it's amazing.
So, what would you leave people with in this chat that maybe are loose natural still and they're still kind of trying to decide if they want, well, they know that they want to lock their hair, but they're not sure what method, like any type of advice about that journey that they are wanting to embark on?
Okay. So if you're gonna go the conventional route, are you prepared to retwist your own hair or go to a salon or those kinds of things? If you're gonna do sister locks, are you prepared to sit in the chair for hours and or do it yourself? These are things that you need to learn. If you're freeforming, are you prepared to have the ugly stage? Are you gonna be okay with that? You need to really think about why the method would suit you, not versus like how's it going to look and all that. I mean, yes, that is a big part too, but you need to be prepared for the other stages. Like, are you going to be okay with like having little fuzzy bits at the top of your head? So yeah, you just need to know, like, what it is like that you feel would work for you the best, not just looks wise but methods and things like that. Those are really important. Yeah,
For
that's what I
sure.
think.
She had one more question
Yeah,
for you.
she did. Do you experience flaking of the scalp? And if so, how do you manage clearing it from your scalp? Nah, I don't know. I've never had, not really, I've never really had a dry scalp like that. I think maybe, you know what? Actually, it wasn't flaking of the scalp, but it was definitely dry. It was definitely dry at one point. So I remember when it was the beginning of Freeform and I was washing with shampoo only. It was when my hair was so dry, then I realized at that point my hair just knew, okay, it's time for you now to use conditioner and oils now. You're at the stage where you can use it. But flaking, no, I did not. But I do have a recipe for flaking. An apple cider vinegar rinse will help you with that, and also peppermint oil will also help with that. So just make sure you're oiling your scalp. If it works with antifungal, any type of antifungal oil, you'll be fine. So patchouli oil as well, that works. Lavender oil is antifungal, that works. Tea tree oil, that works too. So yeah, if you do experience that, you can definitely put those oils in your hair and it'll be fine. Yeah.
Yes, and I also experienced like flaky scalp, itchy scalp
Okay.
earlier in my journey, and what I found that works for me is making sage tea and doing
Ooh,
a tea rinse on my hair and on my
I used to do
scalp
tea
after I
rinses.
finish
Yeah.
shampooing and rinsing out, and it's like been
Yeah.
the only thing that has
See,
worked for me.
I
So
used to do T-rinse on my loose natural hair, and trust me, it really did work. It really does help with dry scalp. It really does, and also makes your hair really super soft, really
does
super
it?
soft, and really nice. Yes, makes it super soft. Even I've done like T-rinses on my locks before, and there's something about it that's so calming and soothing. I've done rosemary tea, I've done sage as well. That's been awesome. Yes, yes, do a T-rinse, D. Please do a T-rinse. Get some sage, get some rosemary. Rosemary's really good, softens the hair. So yeah, try that. It'll really work for you. Yeah, it's really good.
And also, Tisha, I have
Hmm.
a video request. I don't think that you've done this, but if you have done
Ooh,
it, let me
interesting.
know.
Hmm.
Can you do a freeform expectations versus reality video?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely try and do that. Oh, that would be so fun to make.
It
Yes,
would be
yes,
funny.
for sure, for sure. Oh gosh, that would be so funny.
But yeah, other than that, unless you guys have any other questions or concerns that y'all want to share with us, we're not experts or anything, but we could tell you what we do. We could tell you
Ew.
that. But I do, while we're waiting for any, if any at all, I do want to tell you thank you so much for doing this live with me, Tisha. Like, I really appreciate it. Like I was telling you before, like, if nobody joins this chat, I know I'm going to enjoy this
We're
conversation.
gonna have a good time regardless.
Right.
It would have been popping regardless. No, I'm just saying that. But thank you so much. No, honestly, I had a blast. I loved this. It was so fun. But yeah, we gonna save this anyway, so many people can experience this because they need to know.
They
I don't
need
know
to
what they
know.
need to know, but they need to know. Um, yeah.
Yes, and then Tisha is also going to, she says she's able to save this chat and put it on her video, on her
Hmm.
channel as well. So that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And thank you so much, you guys. If you didn't know, Tisha is speaking time out of her day, to speaking to me all the way from the UK. Like, she
Okay,
not even.
London town, yo. Hmm.
So I'm so thankful for that. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Me
And I appreciate, like
too.
I was saying earlier, in the chat, like what I value about our relationship is although we
Mm,
chose completely different locks, sometimes I've or other people that chose other methods, like, why would you get locks that small? And of course,
yeah.
the people in the community, we know why, but not everybody else does. But it doesn't mean that there's
Mm-hmm.
not something out of it that you could appreciate about it, or
Mm-hmm.
like, just even like we were talking about perceiving people a certain type of way based off of their
Mm-hmm.
looks or how they dress. You might think
Yeah.
that someone with sister locks, maybe they're bougie or they're stuck up or they're just
Oh no.
so into their looks.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not necessarily the case. And
Mm.
I'm her stage too. You know what I'm saying? I like to
Yeah,
meditate too.
that's
And
it,
nobody
right.
write DMs as
Yeah.
calling me goddess.
I got a bag of crystals. What you mean? I'm dead.
Mad at Crystal.
Oh, I'm crying. Stop. I'm. She fell. I'm dead. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, other than that, I want to tell you guys thank you all for logging in. Thank you, Tisha, for this chat. I'm
yay! No
so
problem.
appreciative. Other than that, we can go ahead and end the live here. I feel
Yeah, we gonna
good.
end it right here, guys. Thank you guys for
Y'all make
joining.
sure that y'all follow Tisha the Brave for if you want some block porn on her Instagram, Tisha underscore the underscore
Underscore
brave.
brave. Yep.
And then subscribe to her on her channel, which is the same name, Tisha the
Yay.
Brave. Subscribe. And yeah, other than that, I enjoyed y'all. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Bye, everyone.